Rundown.
Well, what's going on, everybody? John Anthony, Chairshot Sports, a Sport Corner affiliate, as always, powered by Zoa Energy. Woo! We got ourselves the Raw after Saturday main event and also Battleground as well. We're here. A lot of Money to Bank implications, but I'm here, and here with me to talk about it is one half of the run-in on Thursday nights. Big Mike. What's going on, Mike? How we doing?
What's good, everybody? What's good?
We are chilling, baby. Everything is great. Everything is awesome. People are already up in the comments. What's going on, Lady Alpha? As always, awesome stuff, man. Mike is out here, man. Mike from kicking out at 2. Monday Night Raw just wrapped, and it didn't pull any punches. Drama, action, a few surprises we didn't see coming. Let's hear what your thoughts, friends, and welcome to Chairshot Sports. This man is my certified hype man. God damn, checks in the mail, Mike. God,
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna pay this man in crypto. Jesus. Mike also, I mean, he at least 2/3. Oh, well, hashtag big man. Okay, I see it. Okay. Nothing but love, baby. I love it. But before we get started, obviously, it's a Monday, but it's not just any other Monday. It is a wonderful day. It is Memorial Day for all of us. I'm a former veteran. I know a lot of folks that follow us here are veterans. For those of you that know, some gave a lot, some gave all. Just kind of want to give a shout out here, a little memoriam, if we will, to those for Memorial Day, and a little tribute to those folks before we get started. So if you will indulge me, let's get that going.
Today we celebrate Memorial Day, a day in which we thank those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms, for our country. Many families have lost, many people have given the ultimate sacrifice. Today we want to recognize and thank those who have served in the armed forces of the United States of America to ensure our freedoms and to ensure the great nation that we are today. And we thank you for your sacrifice.
Awesome stuff, man. So yeah, to all those who gave, some gave all, man. Thank you so much. As a veteran, I'm glad I came home, got to be here, man. But to all those who gave it up, thank you so much. Privileged stuff, man. I'm just Memorial was always a rough one for me, but yeah, awesome stuff and a great package given us to Vinny from Suds and Square Circle. So thank you so much for that, Vinny. Appreciate you for putting that together for us. Awesome stuff. But yeah. So we're here, man. Raw, obviously the weekend was awesome. AEW, WWE, NXT, all of them cooked. We're here for Raw with the Raw Rundown, and man, they did not disappoint. Seth kicks it off, comes out here, obviously now with a big Bronson Reed in the faction. Paul Heyman introducing everybody, letting them all know this is who we have, this is who they are. And Seth kind of just like, listen, the at the end of the day, the vision is this, and the vision is me going for this Money in the Bank qualifier, getting in here and going for that briefcase and getting that championship whenever I want. So that was good stuff. Obviously, I think we all kind of knew Seth was going to get into this match. We'll talk about it as we get to the main event. Your thoughts as far as the opening promo? Obviously, big thing with Bronson Reed. Do you think they did enough as far as explaining with Bronson coming in? Obviously, the last time we saw Reed, he's putting 5 tsunamis on Seth Rollins. The biggest, of all of this was what he did to Seth, but Seth embracing him as Saturday Night Main Event. Your thoughts as far as the opening promo and where we go for, here with Bronson?
I mean, they definitely addressed it. I mean, did they do enough to explain it? I mean, they... from a Rollins standpoint, I can understand him wanting to bring him into the fold because, like Paul Heyman said, he put more of a beating on him than Roman Reigns or CM Punk ever did. So why would you not want that guy by your side in your corner? So I get it from that perspective, I guess. I was hoping for something a little more than that, but I guess it's sufficient. but they are 100%. And I don't know how trademarks and everything, obviously they'd have to fight Marvel for part of it, but they should 100% just call this group the Vision. He is the visionary. They are the vision, the future of the business. Like I said, obviously there's probably some copyright issues with Marvel and the superhero that's just Vision. I don't know. I know they don't like to come close to that kind of stuff, but they're missing out on a huge opportunity if this group is just not called the Vision especially after that promo.
Well, if you do the Vision, that might be not hard to get. I mean, I like that though. That's definitely a good name as far as the group, man, because these guys need a name. What's going on, Cass? Thank you so much for jumping in. Appreciate you. Thank you as always. Isaiah, he feels the same way, man. He's like, we got to get this group a name. What are we doing? Mike has a great idea though. The Vision, it fits. It makes a lot of sense. I like it. Stampede. Oh God, Stampede's talking in caps. I gotta put it up here. Here we go. Like,
I mean, everything was good though. I mean, like his whole explanation is good, so it's not like he was talking. So that's
off to a very solid, credible start. Solid opening segment. Didn't ramble on and got to the points that needed to be got to with a clear vision going forward. ... Very quietly. Very well done. Okay, awesome. No, man, because there's nothing to really talk about. There's nothing really to kind of go on and on and on about, man. We got Bronson, you got Breaker with Seth, you got Paul at the helm of this. These guys can literally what they can do. I really hope it makes sense the next 6 to 10 months of what they're going to end up doing. Obviously, Seth is probably going to attain a championship. These two are probably going to attain tag gold. It makes sense. It's such a good thing with all three of these guys with Paul. I love it. Oh God, it's so good. I just hope they treat it the right way and do it justice, what it should be done, how they need to be done. So I'm excited for it. Moving into the first Money in the Bank qualifier, we have Penta, Chad Gable, and Dragon Lee going crazy. Vikingo is also obviously at ringside, so that kind of plays a little bit going out with Chad Gable. All three of them, amazing stuff. Great stuff. The match was awesome. At the end of the day, Penta gets a Penta driver, gets a 1-2-3. He's moving on to Money in the Bank next Saturday. So good stuff. Obviously, it builds a little bit too for Chad going into Worlds Collide as well. Your thoughts as far as Penta winning this spot, going to Money in the Bank, and the rivalry going out with Chad Gable moving into Worlds Collide?
Yeah, I mean, when they showed Vikingo in the crowd, you kind of figured something was going to happen with Gable, obviously, to promote their match for Worlds Collide. And as little as they've showcased Chad, they weren't going to put him on both shows. So you have to look at the other competitors. So it was either Penta or Dragon Lee, and they're definitely not giving Dragon Lee the win just because they haven't used Dragon Lee hardly at all. Especially now that the LWO is half hurt or whatever. So, yep. I mean, Penta was kind of the obvious choice at that point. It makes it a little bit more odd that they didn't put Phoenix in there just to have that tension, brother against brother. I guess there's still that one spot that they could kind of have like a little second chance battle royal or something like that to get in the match, and he could make his way in the match. But it would have been cool to see those two. Shout out to Chad Gable for falling directly on his face during that double driver or whatever spot earlier in the match. Jesus, I don't know how he wasn't knocked out cold from that.
I thought he was out. I was like, oh shit. I thought it was done. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it just looked awkward as hell. And you know, shout out to everybody involved. Nobody got hurt. They continued the match on just like they needed to. And then ended up getting opened up at the end of the match. I guess the kick by Vikingo is what opened him up because I didn't see him bleeding throughout the rest of the match. But did get opened up there, and Penta with the win and goes on to Money in the Bank. I mean, like I said, once everything else kind of laid out, he was the right choice to get the win.
No, same. Penta, again, we all know this when they're setting up these Money in the Bank matches. Again, you're not putting just certain people in, trying to pigeonhole a lot of people in, but you want some great spots. You want some big things going on. Someone like Penta in that match is going to do some great things, whether it's inside, outside, with a ladder, off a ladder, doesn't matter. you're looking for some great, great spots inside this match. I'm so excited for this match. It's going to be great. Stampede with soliloquies, man, killing me. Scary bump for Chad, like Mike brought up. Really good match, and congrats to Vikingo on winning the AAA Mega Championship, which WWE had in graphic for the PLE. Bye, Alberto. So I was going to bring that up. I didn't catch the first time around, but the second time around, I saw that it's now for the AAA Championship. There's
So wait, hold on. Gable in Vikingo is for the championship?
Yes. Yep.
Oh wow, I didn't catch that.
No. So it wasn't the first one where they did a World's. It was the second one, and maybe Stampy can correct me, but I was watching. I went okay, and I looked back up, and they did another second graphic when they were talking about Worlds Collide, and I went, wait, AAA Championship. I went, no way.
Oh wow.
So let me real quick before. Do you think they put that AAA Championship on Chad Gable?
God, there's no. God, they can't.
Don't do that. Don't say no way. I'm telling you. Don't do it.
Gosh.
Bro. Oh.
And he said that hadn't happened yet, but they're still. I mean, obviously, we all know Del Rio or El Patron.
Gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Go back, watch
watch
it on Netflix. It says for AAA. I'm telling you, it's a thing, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Do you think? No.
I surely not in the first show together. I mean, it took them a year and a half to do a TNA title this past weekend. Surely to God, they don't do a AAA title the first weekend, the first show together. Oh God! I mean, I hope not.
Isaiah's not wrong. It really can go 50-50, to be honest, because technically they own the company. So why not put it on Chad? Because then not for nothing, we've all talked about how Chad's gotten shafted. And like, hey, guess what, Chad? Sits him down. Hey, listen, so all that shit that went down, we get it with the IC tap. Listen, we're doing some AAA stuff. We want you to be the inaugural AAA champion for what? What do you want me to do? No, man, come on. It works out with your lucha stuff. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
They can't do that.
Mike's was saying, put it on Grande, better or worse. No, man, oh my God. What are we doing in WWE? At least you can agree with me, Mike. I talked about last night. At least the Trick Williams makes sense for TNA and makes sense with the crossover. You buy how much of a flex is that to buy a company, bring that championship over, and just suck it right into your company? Like, come on. What?
I mean, if you're gonna put that belt on somebody, it can't be Gable. It has to be
anyone but Gable.
It has to be Escobar, or it has to be Penta, somebody who has some AAA roots, and then it's not as bad. Yeah, I mean, even if it is Mysterio, if he's, which I know he was on the poster, if he's healthy by then and can go, then yeah, that's fine. Anybody that has some AAA roots, I mean, Chad Gable with nothing there.
Oh,
it would just be a big FU to the entire promotion to buy it and then put Chad Gable of all people in that position. And that's nothing against Chad Gable. Obviously,
of course,
we've both talked about Chad Gable's an amazing performer, an amazing wrestler.
Agreed.
You just don't put him in that spot, especially on the first show that you have that's combined.
That's wild.
The first ever crossover for them. There's no way. I don't think Triple H would do that. I really don't.
Okay, Stampy's saying they fucked it up. So if that's the case, okay. But it definitely said AAA championship. I'm gonna say I'm not great. Listen,
if that belt had changed hands at this point,
I get at 12 o'clock on a Friday when I'm watching SmackDown. I know what I saw tonight on Monday night. It definitely said AAA championship.
But see, that's the thing. If that belt had changed hands like that, I mean, I don't remember hearing about it. You figured that would be more of a story, especially as much as we've talked about Patron being on his way out with WWE now buying him. If that belt had already changed hands and they had already, taken that title off of him, that would be a news story that we'd hear on all the sheets, on all the wrestling news channels. Sean Ross would have it, Dave would have it, Cultaholic would have it, everybody would have. Yeah, everybody would be shouting that from the rooftops, going, "See, they've already taken it off of him. This is coming," and we would know about it. The fact that we haven't heard about it, I don't know.
We'll see. But at least Stampede sees it too. They definitely have up the graphic, man. I don't again whether they foreshadowed and screwed up, somebody's getting fired. But yeah. Michael from Kicking Out at 2. Jokes aside, I don't see TKO or Trip would do that. He who shall not be named would have. Ooh, VKM would have so been like, ha,
Oh hell yeah!
I'm gonna take your title and put it on one of my guys. Yeah, it's good, such good
He
shit.
need to put it on Sheamus just because he's the whitest dude that's ever been on
Just
the
because, bro, the total opposite of whoever is in
Yeah.
AAA.
And they'd have put extra cream on him just to make him look even more white, just to throw it in the face of every Latino wrestler ever in
my
the
God.
history. I mean, VKM that's what he would have done,
And it would have
just to shove it in their face.
He would have
Yeah.
Kerwin White come down and give it to him and anoint him the champion. Stampede as well. Thank you. Did say AAA Championship. W just effed it up, putting out the graphic early. This match is this weekend. Yeah, I think somebody
So is the
jumped
match-
on somewhere in TKO, and we obviously I think we know what's going to happen now. But with that being said, I really hope Gable is not a winner here and But the worry for me is that it's Gable going for the belt, and I feel like the next time around it's now Grande Maracano is going to take you on. Like, bro, stop it, don't do it. Like, don't.
And I'm okay with that match as long as Vikingo still wins.
Same. Also, same.
I don't want to see either one of them with a title belt right now in
Don't
AAA.
lessen any of these folks from AAA, man. Those guys are a force, and I think the biggest thing you can do with buying this company, again, what do I know? I'm not a businessman as far as like conglomerates and buying up other things, but the biggest thing you can do to the WWE audience is to make this AAA company look very desirable to WWE fans, and just getting them squashed by WWE is very AEW. And don't come at me that I'm not saying in a bad way, but when a lot of people come through the quote unquote forbidden door and they come through a lot of other places, AEW 97.6% of the time win those matches and they go back to wherever they came from, whether it be New Japan or wherever else. So WWE it would behoove them to have AAA winning matches and making them look, oh wow, who are these people? Googling them, finding out who they are. A lot of new names. No one knows who Psycho Clown is. Not you. I could probably like survey 20 people walking in the door, 30 people. Who? Yeah, exactly. You know who Psycho Clown is. Like, but there would be. This is a great opportunity to enlighten the WWE audience as far as this promotion with these wrestlers. I really hope that's what they do with Worlds Collide. So, in that aspect,
and with your comment, Stampede, if you'll answer, has the match already happened and it airs this weekend, or is the match physically this weekend? Like, has it been taped already and then it's going to be live this weekend?
It would suck if it hasn't happened yet and they literally threw it up on a graphic. That would suck. Damn.
I mean, it sucks either way if they're putting it up on the graphic and either the match has happened or hasn't, and they let a leak out.
Oh, that's rough.
But either way, it's going to suck. I just don't know if they've already done the match and that's just when it's supposed to air, or if the match just physically hasn't happened yet.
That makes me wonder, though. I wonder if they kicked Alberto to the curb as not a champion, or they were just like, look, you can't walk in as the champion. It's always one of those things where I look at Alberto and like, listen, man, you know your history. You can't just walk in as a champion here. Like you got to give this belt up, man. I'm sorry. But I wonder if he's still part of that promotion and we work toward it. I'm not advocating for it in the least, but like, imagine walking in and finding out that WWE bought your thing. You're like, shit, really? I came down here to just like make a name. Are you serious? And these guys bought me up. Oh, man. Like, damn, that's gotta suck. Michael came out at 2. You would have called Hogan for another run. Come on, man. Come on. Stop it. Come on, man. Like,
I mean, he's not completely wrong.
Come on, man. Anyway, speaking of controversial, let's get into the Judgment Day Clubhouse, baby. We got Judgment Day hanging out. Here's Dom. Rox is bringing. Oh, hey, look! I got you some chicken tendies. Look at this. These are nuggets. They're not tendies, but they're nuggets. That shoulder looks a little rough. Oh my god! Wait, who's back? Mommy's back, baby. Liv Morgan makes a return to Raw, being like, what the hell is going on in this place, baby? And Dom is like, no, it's not what it looks. No. She's just, it's nuggies and my shoulder. No. She's like, shut up. I don't give a shit. Whatever. That's cool. Raquel's wouldn't let me know what's going on around here. I'm not worried about it. I know what's going on. And she's like, I'm gonna go talk to my boy Pierce. Let me get myself into a qualifying match for Money in the Bank. And walks off, man. The look. I couldn't paint a better smile onto Finn Balor. And Rock's also snickering is like definitely the plant. Dude, the fix is in, man. The internal plan that we've talked about for so long from Finn Balor is in the works. You'll love to see it. Awesome stuff. Just your thoughts as far as like Liv coming back, but just the Finn Balor Rock stuff. Just what do you see going on moving forward here with the Judgment Day? And we'll talk about the match in a little bit, obviously, but your thoughts as far as that segment.
Oh, it was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
I mean, Carlito in the background, you got us keep eating our nuggets, man. I mean, it's just so stupid. And the fact that Finn knows, I mean, obviously everything going on. Finn was there when Liv started doing the same thing, and just replaying that whole thing over now.
Yep.
Where she's let me get your shoulder. You look real tense, and that's when Liv walks in, and it's hilarious. I love it.
What's going on? What?
It was great. This is the Judgment Day I missed. The funny backstage stuff, and because obviously all of them can go, but just the entertainment value that they provide backstage is great. I love it.
Yeah, no, I was here for it, man. It was good stuff. I loved it. Again, like you said, just bringing back the comedy, bringing back the stuff where you're like, oh no, who just got caught with their like hand in the cookie jar? You're like, oops. And Dom's just like,
and it's always Dom.
It's always Dom.
Always
like,
Dom.
What do I? And Vince just like, and to throw, what's cool too, to throw rocks into this, and then she's just like, she literally did a slide in. She was like, hey, nuggets, Dom. Like just slides it up to him. I'm like, this girl, she understands the assignment, man. Yeah. It was awesome. So he's like, oh yeah.
And the cool thing is it's stuff we've never seen from Rox.
Right.
Like we've seen the try to fight from behind babyface. We've seen the underhanded heel. We've never seen this side of Rox where there's some comedy in it. There's a little comedic timing, things like that. So it's opening up new doors for her too, where everybody can see, okay, well maybe she can do some other stuff. So big on her. I'm glad she's killing it in this role.
I agree with that. She's cutting her teeth here with them, and again, throwing her up with a faction like Judgment Day, like with so many big like stars, to throw her up there, like that means that they trust her, and she's doing an amazing job, man. That segment was gold, man. Awesome shit. I love it. We get Rusev and Tozawa. I think that's me saying that was probably as quick as the match was. It just. But at the end of the day, Rusev and Sheamus go face to face. Obviously, these guys from factions before go head to head. Yeah, good. I feel like this
the League of Nations.
League of Nations was so man. Like Alberto was in that too. Like that was wild too. Like I'm like, dude, you can't erase this guy, man. What do we? It makes sense if we're doing Sheamus and Rusev. Alberto's in that company. Just do it, man. Just be No, but Sheamus or Rusev, I think it's going to be cool. Obviously, a long time gone since that, but the two of them going face to face obviously tells for. I don't know if it's Money in the Bank. We probably get a good Raw match. They get a decent amount of time on it. But as far as those two, your thoughts as far as Rusev? Obviously, he did his little thing with Otis. He did his thing with Tozawa. Now it looks like Sheamus is going to be the first real rivalry with Rusev. How do you feel about that as far as coming here from AEW and now making his debut back with WWE? Do you feel that's the right course, and how do you feel they're treating the character so far?
Yes, I 100% think it's the right call. Obviously, if you pay attention, they're really great friends off camera, behind the scenes. Sheamus shares a ton of pictures. Rusev as well has shared a ton of pictures, even when Rusev was in AEW, of him and Sheamus having a beer together. They hung out. They know each other very well. They've obviously worked together. We mentioned the League of Nations together and other things in Rusev's first run. So it will be a very comfortable opponent now that he can have a real feud with. I hope it's not at Money in the Bank because I want it to last a little while. I would maybe that Monday after Money in the Bank, they have their first match and then have a blow off at SummerSlam.
I like that.
Would be really good.
Night 2.
Just to everything's. I mean, you can't have 10 matches on night 2 and one match on night 1.
Damn it! Night 2.
you gotta spread it out some. I know you're going to night 2. But we do have to have some matches on night 1. And that's when we'll get the women's tag team match and then whatever else.
One can hope, damn it. One can hope.
But yeah, as far as that feud, I want to see some good promos. I want to see them bring up the League of Nations. I want to see them bring up the past, as Triple H has been known to do. Bring up their history. Make sure that's everybody that hasn't watched and that may not know Rusev know who he was before. You had a couple of vignettes, but let some actual people talk about who he was and how big he was in a while. So 100%, I love it.
Yeah, I'm here for it as well. I think the rivalry can be great. I really hope, like you said, I hope it goes past Money in the Bank. I want to see some legs on it. Let's go SummerSlam night 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still good.
Yeah, night 1 will be Braun and Bronson against Alpha Academy without Otis. It'll just be Maxine and Tozawa.
Don't put that. Do not put that on night 2 for the record. Mike also as well. League of Nations, also nice gimmick, horribly done. They could have done a lot more. I agree with that. It was great though. They put a really good quad guys of wrestlers. Like they could have done some cool things, and it's like, man, okay, cool. I guess that's okay.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was horrible. But yeah. So not everything can be a night 2. I know that, but I'm just saying, please. We get Bert, we get Tom Segura out here doing some interviews. Bert cannot control himself, needs to get into anyone with their shirt off. Bert is there looking with them. Just don't we look the same? Look at us. It's like twins. And Segura's like, yeah, cool.
Sure, buddy.
You want to go back to our seats? Like, do you want to just go get ready? Like,
I mean, you and MJF are closer than him and either one of the Roll Raiders. I'm just saying.
First off, I appreciate that. Second of all,
no shit. The picture he showed last week, MJF did, he shared of them on the plane where it's like Bobby Lashley's IG and it shows him in the background. I did a double take because I was like, it's just like John.
3 other people, they were like, dude, is that you? I'm like, stop it. Stop it.
If I didn't know you as well as I did, I would have been the same way. I'd be like, holy shit, that's the dude I watch on the Raw. Really that's the lowdown guy.
You know Bobby Lashley? Holy shit, bro.
Exactly.
But no, it's awesome to see 2 Bears, 1 Cave getting involved with these guys. Yes. It's awesome, man. Segura's awesome. Bert's amazing. These guys have awesome stuff over on Netflix. Their specials are great.
How red is Bert Kreischer? Jesus.
Oh my God.
He was red before that first part of the segment when they were just doing the interview. Like his head was beet red.
And he had to have been drinking because he's lost I think 100 pounds. He would whatever method he used, but from whatever he was doing, that's why it's cool with the shirt. Yo, he was red. You look at Tom. How red am I? Yeah, you're ready. You're ready. Can we go to our seats, man? Let's go back to our seats, man. He was beet red. I'm like,
yeah,
put the beer away, bro. Which is cool. I get it. These guys are celebrities showing up on Raw. It's cool. Do you? Man.
You can tell Tom wasn't comfortable there because even when they cut to them in their seats and Bert was chugging the beer, it went to Tom and Tom's like, oh, I'm supposed to do that too.
What do I do? All right, fine.
You can definitely tell he wasn't comfortable there.
Yeah, Tom. Those two. If you listen to the podcast, they're definitely a great pairing because they're a great dichotomy of each other. But together like that Bert does not give a shit. He is balls out, does not care. Shirt off, balls out, does not care. Tom is like, yeah, cool. Thanks for having me. What are we doing? Like, why am I back here and you're getting, I'm not drinking this much, man. What's going on?
Yeah, Netflix made me be here. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ. I didn't do this for my special. Fuck. All right, cool. Yeah. Hey, I'll chuck a beer. Cool.
Which make sure you check out a special Bad Thoughts on Netflix. I've heard it's pretty good. I haven't checked it out yet. I got to go watch
I haven't either. All three of them. Well, also Bill Burr has a great one too. Bill Burr has a new one out. I haven't seen that.
Well,
as well.
so like Tom Segura's is a show. It's not like a special. I've seen the Burt Kreischer special. I've seen all his. Lucky is really good. Like Bad Thoughts though
I haven't
is,
seen it
is
yet.
more of
Okay.
a is more of a show. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, episodic, right? It's more like
Yeah.
I gotta check that out too.
I've
So
seen
both of-
Lucky though. Lucky's hilarious, which is the Burt Kreischer special.
I'm gonna probably watch it tonight. Not gonna lie to you, because it's not until 4 tomorrow, so I can sleep in. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
This leads into obviously your boys, the New Day, taking on American Made and obviously the War Raiders for the tag championships. Yeah, man, good match. I mean, awesome match. I talked American Made, New Day, all the War Raiders, all of them can go. All of them. Awesome stuff. Anytime these guys get in the ring. Just wasn't in the cards. New Day gets the win here, retaining. Moving forward, I think we all assumed that was going to happen. I don't know if they're going to have a match at Money in the Bank. But yeah, no, they get it done. They're still doing what they got to do. Obviously, you're one of the biggest heels on Raw right now. Your thoughts on the match, the outcome. What do you think? Who are the next contenders as far as the New Day with the Raw championships? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think when they set up the Creed brothers again, because obviously pulling the tights, they worked together most of the match. And again, chat, tell me if it's me, man. Something just didn't connect with me with this match. And it has nothing to do with how great all three tag teams are. Because all three tag teams are greater in their own.
Yeah.
But something in this match, I'm not invested in any tag team storyline right now on Monday Night Raw. And maybe it's because of how good the SmackDown tag team scene is that it's just a letdown. But like I've always been a huge New Day fan. I've liked the new heel New Day. I've liked the War Raiders. I love the Creed brothers in NXT. So it's 100% not an indictment on the talent involved. But it's got to be booking or something like that. But I can't get into these tag matches for some reason. I don't know, man. It just I'd like to see the Creed brothers and the New Day 1-on-1, but it just
No, I agree. No, I'm with you on that. I can definitely I feel that because it's just like it's almost not thrown. I don't want to say thrown together because it's not. They face these guys. They kind of figure it out. But it's just like there's no, I guess, rivalry, if you will. There's no back and forth. There's not something you see in a week. Motor City Machine Guns are out there every week, DIY, like whether it's attacking them, getting involved in their shit,
yeah.
talking to the Street Profits. Now, Faxium. Oh, get rid of that theme. Just saying. But no, you have all that going on SmackDown. These guys, it's like New Day comes out, they talk their shit, whatever, they do their stuff, and then you come up on Monday and you're like, hey, title match, you and so-and-so, you and here, and you these guys, all these teams. It's like Pierce is literally just throwing them all together just because. Whereas even like you just said, SmackDown, at least we get the backstage segment where it's like, all right, you know what? All of you, shut up. You guys can't figure this out on your own. This is what we're going to do. And all this is like, okay, you, and you. You guys, all this is at the helm. And I think it's done purposely. I think they talked about it a little bit. I think they got away from it where Pierce doesn't have 100% control of Raw, which I think is done by design. Whereas all this, everything's under his thumb. I come out. Everyone, you want to get loud? I'm going to come out here. Shut up. This is what we're doing. Again, by design, I think that's just what they want for the brands where Pierce is just manic. I need a drink. All of you guys, shut up. Fine. You want a match? Yeah, go get it. Fine. Go in the ring. Again, by design. I think that's what they want on Monday nights. And SmackDown is more so with, okay, more regimented, more, okay, this is what we're going to do. But again, that's just me. So, but I agree with you. It's more thrown together, if you will, where it's just, tag teams? All right. Well, you guys need to defend those belts. So Pierce is like, yeah, These guys and these guys. Yeah, we'll see you in the ring. See you in the ring next
It's
week.
like even the commentators, they said this was the first defense since WrestleMania. I could have sworn that the War Raiders had a title shot a couple weeks ago, and I know it ended in a DQ, but I thought there was other title defenses. Like that was kind of confused me too. I know there have been matches, but I thought like the War Raiders had title shots at least one since WrestleMania.
Was it a title match though? Where's Stampede? Damn it! Shit. Was it for it? I know. I remember the
Michael,
match.
anybody. Like I know they've had
I
matches.
remember the match. I'm trying to think if it was for a title though. Oh, that would be wild. If we waited
And
this
that's the
long.
point. I mean, we don't know. Like I can't
You shouldn't have
remember.
to guess as much. Exactly.
Yeah. So
All right, what do you got from Mike 2? Mike has a little bit from ticking out at 2. A triple tag match for me is hard to get into, but this story throws me off because what do we do with creeds? I mean, are we face, heel, and uber heel with the New Day? Heel thing is hard. It is. Again, we're throwing everyone together. What are we doing? Make it make sense. Why are we doing this? So, New Day, I think above all else, is obviously the uber heels, I guess, if we're going that route.
yeah.
So, but I
Yeah,
agree
but you
with
have the
Mike.
same dichotomy over on SmackDown, and it's not hard to follow. You've got the Uber Heels and DIY. You've got the faces and the Motor City Machine Guns. You've got Street Profits, who are kind of the tweener group, and all that seems to work together fine. So I don't know that that's the problem.
Lady
I
Alpha
don't know
was,
if the heel face dynamic is the problem.
Lady Alpha was bored as hell watching this match. I feel you.
tend to
lady.
agree.
You gotta go. That's when you gotta go and make the drink and go go to the bathroom. Do all
I
your
mean,
stuff.
at this point, let Braun and Bronson go ahead and take the belts and actually do something with them to make it. So I mean, if you're not going to do anything else with them,
that has got to be the end game for those two to get their hands on those belts. You cannot deny those two if they enter. Like Team 3 has entered the chat. There's no way you deny the two of those men even if it's a New Day. I don't care. You can't deny those two boys those championships. Like Jesus, like whoo. That's got to be the payoff down the road. It has to be.
I'd hope so.
I would love to see like a championship with like tag behind that, very Evolution-esque, but we'll see what happens. Liverpool and Keller walk in the back. They run into EO and Kairi Sane, obviously. Oh, look at these guys pandering and sarcasm, all this stuff, and talking about when I win Money in the Bank, I'm coming for that. And Kairi's like, oh yeah, well guess what? I'll see you in the ring then. Let's see what happens. Let me get you one. Let me get you in a singles match. Let's see what happens. So that's obviously booked later on down the road. We got Jey Uso hitting the ring as your still world heavyweight champion after a Saturday main event. Gunther comes out. Gunther gives him his props. Pretty much, I'm surprised you've had it this long that you've been able to hold on to this belt. They go back and forth. Jay does his back and forth. Obviously, it's one of those things where, hey, man, I'll see you in Arizona, and I'm still going to walk out of here as a champion. I cannot be the only one, and I'm sorry if I'm in the minority here. I can't get behind a Jey Uso promo. I can't, and I'm not sure, man. I'm sorry.
I don't know that Jey
this guy.
Uso can get behind a Jey Uso promo.
Thank you. I'm not, man. I'm not being that guy. I'm not. But God, I'm watching, and he's just one word. Yeah. So it's like very spotty, and it's like every other, and I'm like, no, I need something more than that. And God, man, he's a great champion. I get it, man. He's awesome. I just
I'm
can't
with you 100%.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was going to kick it over to you real quick, but I appreciate that. Your thoughts as far as the promo with Gunther, as far as with him. Do you think do you think Gunther takes it off him in a couple weeks and alleviates Jay of that world championship?
I don't think he does because I think the end game is still Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Seth and Jay, unfortunately, sells more tickets than Seth and Gunther because you have the ultra over baby face, regardless of his promo. And then you've got Seth, who's trying to be the mega heel now. I mean, it puts more butts in the seats for it to be Jay versus Seth than it does for Gunther. So no, I don't think Gunther takes it off of. As bad as this promo was, and maybe said, because let's be real, Gunther is not the best on the mic. He's not bad, but he's not somebody that can carry a promo battle. Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, those guys, no matter how bad Jay would be at a promo, can carry a promo battle and make up for some of that lacking on Jay's part. Gunther's not somebody that's going to do that. He can cut a decent promo, but he's not somebody that can pick up the slack for somebody else that can't return serve on the promo he's giving, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I get that. And I've been trying, man. I'm so honest to God, man. Since Mania, he got it. I get it. We get in here. We get into obviously Logan Paul. Logan is not like one to measure to because he's obviously amazing at what he does speaking wise. He beat you probably beat the hell out of you with a mic. But just what I saw tonight, I'm hoping for. I'm like, please. And then watching him, and I'm like, I can't.
So Jey Uso's run reminds me, and this kind of what Michael says. Remember Liv Morgan's first championship when she beat Ronda? Maybe it's not her first championship, but when she beat Ronda. Yep, everybody was clamoring, I want Liv. We want Liv. Liv should be the one. Liv should be this. As soon as Liv was on top and she had to maintain that status, she didn't know how to do it at the time.
Nope.
So that whole baby face come from behind all that fire that she had trying to beat Ronda. She tried to play the same character as the champion and it didn't work. And Jey Uso's doing the same thing.
Mike also. Jay has to have an emotional promo, which is proving himself. If that element is missing, he can't cut a good one. I agree with that. I mean, he had a great promo we're talking about as far as when like Jimmy got his ass kicked by Gunther, talking about calling his mama and everything else like that. You felt that. You're like, okay. And then tonight you're like, oh, I'm checked out, man. I'm checked out. Like when again, that sucks. And it sucks, man, because I get what they're trying to do with Jay. It sucks, but like I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry.
No, 100%.
But if we're talking about SummerSlam and Gunther and Seth and Jay, I'm not gonna lie to you. No, but seriously, no. If we're being honest, I was talking to her tonight. I was like, listen, night 2 is gonna be Cena. If I had to fantasy book it, if I want to see something, and I want to see Cena versus Punk on night 2. That's what. If I'm paying money, that's what I got to see on night 2. I'm hoping Punk Cena. Cena's gonna win because Cena's gonna be the one who's like, I'm walking out of here with a belt. You ain't getting nothing. I'm walking out of WWE with this belt. So it makes sense. But Punk and Cena, I'll pay money for that. I'm happy for it. I'll have
there's a long way to get to that, but I mean the way they're building it, it's going to be Cody and Cena at SummerSlam. Not Punk.
I'll take that. Listen, I'll take that too. I'll take Cody.
I mean,
if if Cody regains in his SummerSlam night 2, Jesus, let's go.
And that's the one they'll put. They'll obviously put Cena out night 2 as the ultimate main event.
So I did hear rumblings when they announced Boston and they announced well, you would assume, right? If it's Cody Cena at SummerSlam, Cody goes over, right?
Yes, I would imagine.
Right. So people were talking about, again, nothing confirmed. Now that it wasn't from Fightful or anybody like anything like that, but they were saying Punk and Cena is going to be the last time ever match in Boston. And I'm like, there's no way that can be a non-title match, though. You're just going to have a Punk Cena blow off for nothing? That doesn't make any sense.
There's no way that should be the final match anyway, regardless.
Punk
should not be his final match, regardless.
Belt, maybe I get it. Like maybe I mean, if you want to have Cena Punk be your conquering hero, that's a wild stretch. But yeah, just no.
I can't see it.
I laughed at it.
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't put it past WWE to do it, but I can't see it.
Because it's one of those things. The only way I can tie it back to that, not to get on the tangent, I know we're close to the main event, but the only way I can tie it back is we go back to Money in the Bank when Punk took the belt and gave him the kiss and walked out with no contract. So, I guess if you want to run it back to December and Cena's last match and Punk wins the belt, Cena can't walk out as a champion like Punk did, and Punk kind of gets the one up. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's
There's so much.
I
There's so
don't know.
much on the table. There's so much in the air with everything that's been going on with Cena. I don't even know what WWE knows what they're doing with Cena. Right? I feel like John goes to the gorilla and goes, "What are we doing? Like, are we doing this yet? Am I turning face yet? Like, this sucks. like, damn. You're pairing him with Logan Paul. Oh my god! Like, this is, dude. This Money in the Bank match.
At least it's not Travis Scott.
Yet they're saying that it could be a 6-man tag. Don't do that. Knock on some wood. If you're on, like, I have a desk. Do knock on wood.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Fiend. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Say his name and he appears. Trick Williams. But no, don't. Yo, man. I don't need me. Yeah, man. That's Trick, man. But no, please keep Travis Scott away from SummerSlam. I would probably be very upset if I had to go.
But you don't want him on night 2?
Sorry, Money in the Bank. But if he ever like makes some,
you don't want Travis Scott night 2 of SummerSlam?
No, I got Cardi. Listen, I got Cardi B. That's all I need. I got Cardi B. I'm good with her, baby. Let's go. My wife is so happy that she's gonna come on and now she's a huge fan. Oh, Cardi B. I'm like, that's cool. Do you? That's great. I do not need me some Travis Scott. Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Just don't come back. Don't come back, man. Just stay what you do what you do, and just keep your cool hardcore belt. But with that being said, Liv gets in the ring with Kairi Sane. Awesome match, man. Again, Liv is awesome. Liv looking great for not wrestling for a while. No ring rust whatsoever. Looking good. Kairi Sane again back into the fold, looking good. Here comes Rox trying to help out. And Raquel's like, no, you don't do that, man. Get out of here. We don't need your help. What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. Meanwhile, Liv gets rolled up. 1, 2, 3. Kairi Sane rolls out. And Liv takes the L, looking over at Raquel. And Rox is like, just trying to help. Great stuff, man. It was awesome. Good stuff. I love it. Again, like we talked about earlier, what they're doing with Roxanne is awesome, man. And this girl can do it all. I saw it in NXT. I know you did too, but they're going to showcase it now on Raw. She just so many facets of what Roxanne Perez can be for you, and you're going to see that on a week-to-week basis. So great stuff. What she did, we're like, sorry, and her getting the win. Your thoughts on the match as far as Rox's involvement, and then obviously Raquel being like, no, get out of here. Liv taking it now.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the match. I think it did exactly what it was. And you were incorrect about one thing. Rox didn't come out to try to help. Rox came out and helped.
Well, you know what I mean.
Raquel's the one that screwed that up. And Liv points it out later in the night correctly. If Raquel wasn't over there distracted, then she would have gotten the easy win. Rox paid dividends, and Raquel cost her the match. That's 100% what happened. And Isaiah even said, I'm shocked that Liv blamed Raquel. I'm not, because Liv's smart enough to know who cost her the match. She can go back and watch the tape. Yeah. And I mean,
and fitness in the middle.
Loving every second of it.
Taking it all.
Finn's a winner either way. Either Roxanne has helped her win, and then Finn looks like a genius because he's brought Rox in. I told you she would pay dividends. I told you she would help get us the win. If you listen to Finn, we win. Kept telling you guys. I brought Roxanne in, and she's getting wins for the team. And now it's going to create dissension because Raquel can't get over it. So maybe it's Raquel that kind of breaks from the fold instead of Dom. Maybe Liv and Dom makes up, and then Raquel plays that Mysterio role and gets kind of kicked out of the group. So who knows? I
like that. Might be kicking out of 2. But now, Wrestling Logic, they won't talk about till next Monday in the clubhouse with the camera.
Yeah, well, Liv's not talking to anybody until next Monday. About it. She's giving the silent treatment.
Don't talk to me till 8:55 when that camera comes on me. Damn it, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I had to leave and go back to Japan and finish filming, so I haven't had a chance to address this all week. So I need to get in it now.
Oh God. The Finn and Rox cahoots thing, I love. I like it. It's awesome. It's good. Just not to quote a guy I know for a while. Such good shit. It's great, good stuff, man. Again, like you said too, it brings us back to the old Judgment Day, man. The comedy stuff keeping it relevant. It's cool to watch. You're into it. You're laughing. It's okay. Always dissension. Always kind of something going on. So I do like it as well. So Lyra gets in the ring, throws down her 2 cents as far as her being a champion. Becky Lynch, the whole 9. Come to find out, Lyra and Becky are going down at Money in the Bank for the IC Championship, Women's IC Championship. Both again, Lyra cutting chops, cutting promos, and just showing her chops, man. Throwing them at Becky. Becky throwing them back a little bit, but Lyra definitely getting kind of the bigger one in this one, which is probably by design. So it's cool to see that. Again, I'm a huge Lyra fan, man. I love it. Liked her in NXT. Good to see this stuff. I guess I'll throw it out here. Kind of an early prediction. Not something substantial. Not saying something you want to stand by if you're going for a crown or a briefcase or whatever. But do you think this is kind of where like Becky gets it? Lyra. This is so. I'll throw it out here. I'll be the first before I go to you. I'm sorry. I'll throw out my prediction. I think this is the match. The Money in the Bank, is where we see Bayley return. Those are my thoughts. This is where we see Bayley come back and get involved and do something, and Lyra retains. Those are my thoughts. But I'll throw mine out. I'll throw it to you. What are your thoughts as far as the match of Money in the Bank? This is something where Lyra comes out. We move it into SummerSlam or beyond that.
So I think if Bayley comes back at SummerSlam, it's after the match. But I think more realistically, she comes back again the Monday after Money in the Bank.
Okay. But who wins though? Is it Becky or Lyra?
I think so. If I had to pick right now, I would say Becky.
Okay.
Yeah, if I had to pick right now, I would say Becky. And then, like I said, Bayley either comes out after the match or more likely comes out the next Monday at the Monday after Money in the Bank. And they start building to SummerSlam, a match between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Just because obviously you want the biggest match possible for that title between those two at SummerSlam.
Right.
Granted, they don't need a belt to make that match be really good. It's Becky, it's Bayley. Bayley got taken out at WrestleMania by Becky. There's a lot of story there that doesn't necessarily need a title, but it props up it's one of those things where the title needs that match more than that match needs the title. The gravitas that it will give the IC title with those two women going after it together and going at each other for it gives that IC title so much more credence than any other mid-card women's title, because Bayley Becky could be for the WWE Women's Championship or Women's World Championship, and we wouldn't bat an eye. That would be a main event on WrestleMania or SummerSlam for the main title, much less for the IC title.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think the title needs to be in that match to help the title more than to help either one of the women. But I think we start building that after Money in the Bank. And the line, shout out to Seth Rollins before I let you go any further. Finally getting some credit for being in that relationship, because it's always like, well, Seth Rollins, the only thing good about you is your wife. She's the only talented part of your family. Finally, somebody gives Seth some credit. Good job, Lyra. Finally giving Seth Rollins some credit for being in that relationship.
Oh, no. I'm going home to my hot husband after this.
Justice for Seth, by God.
Yes, let's go, baby. Roman cooked him way back. If I want to face him, I'm going to face your wife, bro. Like, you're not even the most famous person.
It's been Roman. It's been Punk. It's been everybody that he's feuded with has mentioned Becky at some point or another, where she's the only talented one. Oh, she's off in Hollywood because she's the only talented one in your family. Not Punk anymore. Thanks, Lyra.
Punk would be giving it to Triple H, too. Is that cool? Or do you need to go home and ask your wife for permission?
Exactly.
Like, that's the tie in his face. Love it, man. No, props to him, man. I love that shit. I'm
still giving credit to Paul Heyman. He got in Lyra's ear, and Paul Heyman paying even more dividends, even in that feud. Not for nothing, man. Like, aside from him being a manager on TV and everything, man, he is such a valuable asset, like behind the scenes. And I'm pretty sure if you set everyone down in that locker room, whether it's on Raw or Smack, wherever he is, obviously mostly Raw, but that man probably gives you, if you get 30 seconds of advice from Paul Heyman, that could probably change your career. Like, and just to get that nugget where he's like, hey, do this and this. And you're like, yeah, no problem. And now there you go. Like, that's just
he's a national treasure. He really is, man.
Yeah.
And he has such a
If
mind.
you're on TV and you're not going to Paul Heyman after any segment you're on, going, "Hey, Paul, how did I do in that segment? What should I have done better?" You're not doing your job right.
If he's sitting back there and you can get 30 seconds with that man, take 15. You get 30 seconds, take 15 of them because he'll give it to you and you'll be like,
Yeah.
oh my God, yeah, that's like really good actually.
And use the other 15 seconds to thank him.
That's it. Yeah, just kiss his hand, thank him, bow to him, and walk away. Get the fuck out before Braun beats her ass. So we come to the main event. Another Money in the Bank qualifier: Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor. Again, what a match, man! Wow, hell of a match going forward. Great shit. Hell of a finisher moves. You could have thought any person could have won it at one time with a curb stop, coup de grace, anything like that. Haluva kick. Yeah, man. If you didn't think Seth Rollins was walking out of this match as your winner, you gotta check something because
you haven't been paying attention.
It was the vision of what it was. And again, I always feel like it's one of those things where we talk about it too. Like, there's a lot of people that are very deserving of Money in the Bank, right? No matter who that winner is going to be, there's a lot of people that should be in that match. But you have to understand when that 9 to 10 month run kind of rolls up before you get to that, you got to look at the landscape and go, oh, shit, it's not my year. Fuck, it's not my year. Like any other year, Sami Zayn would probably be in this match and doing something. You know what I mean? Like Finn Balor would be in this match. Obviously, Finn bows out. He has the Judgment Day stuff. It makes sense. Sami has other shit he can go to. But it's just like any of these guys could be in it. But Seth obviously is the hot hand here. Like you said, if you're not paying attention, that's your man. Seth gets the win. 1, 2, 3. Moving on. But we're not done. We're not done. Punk comes out, baby. CM Punk is making his appearance. The music hits. Everyone hits the stage, heading for the Tron. Where is he? No, he's in the ring, baby. Hitting Seth with the GTS, lays him out. Punk runs back into the crowd. Yeah. So again, great end to Raw. But with all being said, Seth Rollins is in the Money in the Bank. I know who my pick is. I'm not going to change it. I've already said who I think is for the men's, and I don't like going back on things. But now with this powerhouse of Braun and Bronson, I'm like, oh my God, like, geez, there's no way. But maybe we'll see what happens. But your thoughts on the final match? Seth getting qualified for Money in the Bank, CM Punk coming in, and how do you see things go on the next week or two before we get the Money in the Bank?
I'll be curious to see who else is in the match out of Raw. Does CM Punk get into a qualifier and get in, and then we get sort of a blow off during the ladder match?
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to see that, because I'd like to see Karrion Kross do something at Money in the Bank.
I wish.
Maybe it'll be him and Sami at Money in the Bank. Maybe that'll be just a blow off match there, because obviously they've been going at each other. But again, if I were to pick today, as much as we've talked about, we want Money in the Bank to build a character. You got to go Seth Rollins, man. I mean, the deck is stacked too much in his favor. I don't think he would hold it very long. I think it would be one of those quick turnarounds like you and I talked about last week, that he would hold it for a couple, like maybe not even the whole night. Like he may cash in on the next night on Monday Night Raw after the Gunther match. And that way he doesn't have to worry about Gunther. He can, if Jay beats him, like, I guess, then maybe he takes it off of him there and we get a Punk Rollins SummerSlam match for that title. That would be really, I mean, put it on night 2. Kind of thing.
Hey, I like it. Let's go, baby.
But yeah, I mean, it makes too much sense for it not to be him right now. Obviously, we've got another week of shows to see who else gets in. To where if I would change my pick, it could happen. But as of right now, it just seems too much sense for it to be Seth, a quick cash in from Seth, and then he's running the world.
But is it too much sense though? Like obviously with him getting qualified, obviously with the power and the muscle behind him, is it too obvious? We've run into that too, where this has got to be the pick. Mike does have a great point. I was going to bring this up. If you watch the backstage segment when he was talking to hey, Sami, Scarlett was 4 rungs up on a ladder, which was awesome to see that as well. So does Kerry get involved in the match regardless? We'll see. But again, Karrion Kross, again, fan since day one, huge fan of this man. And I know you are too, Mike. So again, wrong place, wrong time, where you can't put him in the match, because if he doesn't win, the backlash is going to be so bad. Well, you can't.
It'll be Rey Mysterio Royal Rumble type news.
Thank you. You can't even put him in the match. So at this point now, Kerry needs to do things outside of that. And what I don't care what the hell they have to do. Money in the Bank. SummerSlam. I don't give a shit. I don't care where it is. Kerry needs to get into a main event. Maybe 2026 is the road for Kerry. I was thinking about it, and maybe, you know what? He's in here. He's talking to all these dudes, and finally, kind of, I feel like at the end of the year, Kerry's like, you know what? Screw all of you. All of you can't figure this out. You don't see the vision. You guys suck. You don't want to listen to all I got to say to you. I'm going to do this shit myself. Goes and wins the Rumble, and then goes and gets shit done himself with using other people to help him along the way. That's my thought. Like we see all of this stuff. We're talking to AJ and Sammy and all these people, and he's like, you know what? You guys just don't see my vision. You guys don't want to heed my warning or heed my call. You know what? I'm going to go get it done myself. I'm going to show you guys how we get this done. But Scarlett on the ladder was definitely some foreshadowing for me, and I was like, ooh, okay, I like it. I can see what she's doing there. Okay, I like that. But Seth,
I think he'll be in the qualifying match next week. I think that's what that's foreshadowing, but I don't think
you can't. I just feel like you can't. Like I just said, you can't, because it's the blowback.
You can have him in a qualifier, but you can't have him. I would be perfectly fine if he's in a qualifier and Sammy costs him the qualifier, and then we do Sammy and Cross.
It depends on who that person is to win it. Then it would have to be obviously an Uber, like, and he would have to lose like weird, because just the blowback of that entry alone would be whoever it is going to get booed out of the building, because it's not carrying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You'd have Sammy come out and
yeah,
take
you
him
could
out.
do that. No, yeah, that is true.
And then people start booing Sammy, and then Sammy starts to see what Karrion's been saying. They have a match at Money in the Bank, and then Sammy starts to turn.
You know, he was talking
listening to Karrion Kross. That effect starts taking hold.
Puppet Master, baby. He was throwing some mad shit at Sammy too. Like the fact that he just literally was like, "You're not winning that title, you know that, right?" Like, damn, man, Jesus, like, take it easy, man. God, leave the man alone. Shit.
I mean, he is the devil, you know.
No, I know. That's what you don't know. Michael as well. He would be Thanos after Avengers. Fine. Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Yes, I'll do it myself. Yes, exactly. But yeah, no, it's obviously Kerry, and I think they can't be. They started selling again. It's the little things, and you and me watch these things. I know, obviously, like Vinny does, Spid Rock does too. Like you watch these, they're selling his merch at house shows because of what people want. They're doing things. Kerry, I guess it's one of those things where the IWC, you need to shut up and just let them cook. Paul sees what they want for Karrion. Let them wait until it makes sense to put him in there, because I feel like if he does become a champion or is in that level, it's not going to be something short term. It's going to be long term. He's going to be able to manipulate opponents, manipulating people to help him, all this weird stuff. Like, let them cook. Obviously, they hear what everyone's saying. Myself, you, everybody else. Let them make it make sense. If Kerry just comes out and wins Money in the Bank, cool. But it's like, that doesn't. You got to build it up. Kerry just pops out. But I think the end of the year toward the Royal Rumble, I think you may see a little more Karrion Kross, and I think he's cool with that. So I'm excited for it. But yeah, tonight was cool. But next week will be even better as far as qualifiers. SmackDown has some bangers from Money in the Bank qualifiers. I am so excited for SmackDown, man. The men's and the women's match this year is going to cook. I'm so excited for that Saturday. Wills Collide is going to be awesome as well. Yeah. Good show, man. Great Raw. I mean, it wasn't maybe top tier, but it definitely was not bad. Built a lot of storylines. Yeah, built a lot of storylines. Not a lot of commercials, because luckily we have logos on the mat, so we were able to just kind of fill them with actual wrestling. So Good stuff. No Logan Paul tonight, so that's good. That's always a good thing. We were able to move forward from that. Obviously, get him on Money in the Bank. Listen, when they were going off the air, I don't think I talked about it with you on Saturday night, but the fact when Cody's like, "We'll see you on Money in the Bank," and I was like, "Oh, that means Logan's on the Money in the Bank match." That's a win. Win's a win, baby. Yes. Okay. He's not.
No, we mentioned it because I said that's one of the three. That's one of the three positives that I took from Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah.
Is that since Logan's going to be in that, he's not going to be in the Money in the Bank match. So
let's go. Thank you, God. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Nick. I don't know who did it, but thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was a great show. Saturday, great show. Obviously tonight. Very excited for SmackDown. Money in the Bank. A little bit over a week, so I'm excited for that as well. So. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining
NXT tomorrow night too.
Oh,
Ricky Saints, All Ego Ethan Page, North
and
American title tomorrow
night. TNA champion. Oh yeah, man. Trick.
Let's
Williams,
talk about
baby. It. Yeah, baby. That's Trick, man. Trick, baby. Trick is out there at that TNA championship. I love the face that now is going viral of like the TNA like executive who's just like
president. Yeah.
like boo-boo face. Great job of selling that. Like.
Yeah, and then Trick like quote retweets it and says, "I'm gonna need my own locker room now."
Yeah, just so you know, too. Yeah, my own room. I appreciate you. Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Let's talk about it.
Let's just go. Hashtag. But it was awesome. I think Tuesday's gonna be great. Obviously, TNA is gonna be awesome, and Thursday with Trick walking in there into a new environment. That show's probably gonna be awesome too, with him walking in there.
Yes.
All these folks looking at him. Am I the only one that thinks Mike Santana looks like Bo Dallas? I can't be the only one. Come on.
I can see it.
A little bit. But the ability for Slammiversary, that's going to be an awesome pay-per-view. And obviously we got Money in the Bank in a week. So that's always going to be good. But yeah, cool, man. I appreciate you joining me, man. I appreciate it, Mike. Always. Sure. Yeah. So wait, Mike's got something to say as far as Booker. I think Booker is going to have part in this story. He was giving some, Palpatine of Vader looks. He definitely listen. The book and the spin of Rooney. He literally for a minute there he had his moveset. He did a couple other things where I'm like, he did the high kick. I was like, what? That's Booker, babe. What are we doing? You just taking Booker's moveset? I feel like I was watching 2K. What? So, but yeah, awesome stuff, man. Mike, for those of you that don't know, which they should by now, where can we find you on the socials?
You can find me at _Big Mike 27, or you can look up the Running Wrestling Pod on YouTube. We are live every Thursday night, 8:00 Central. This Thursday night, we will be going over Saturday Night Main Event. We will be going over Double or Nothing. We will be going over Battleground. Tune in next week as well. We will be doing our Money in the Bank predictions. We have a championship match between Spedrock and the Ultimate One from the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. And then we will have a 4-way Money in the Bank ladder match for us. We have a run-in in the bank briefcase that we will be going for that you can cash in on any title. You have myself. You have Michael from Kicking At It Too, who you've seen in the comments. You have Mike Norton from the Mod Squad. And you have Sooner, Brian, who has been on our prediction shows the past few weeks. Look, he's done such a good job. He's tied for the belt the last 2 or 3 predictions, so we couldn't leave him out of Money in the Bank as well. He deserved that shot just as much as anybody else. So it will be the 4 of us picking for the Money in the Bank briefcase to cash in at any point in time on any championship for the run-in.
Woo! That is cinema. I like that. I like it. That's good shit, man. That is awesome. I love that. The fact just show up, be like, oh, cash it in. Boop. Let's go.
Any show. If you want to go for the AEW crown, you cash it in for AEW. If you want to be the NXT champion, you can come after my NXT championship if you'd like.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love it. Tune in Thursday, guys. That is going to be some phenomenal shit. I love that. That's awesome. Obviously, Mondays and Fridays, you can catch me here at the Rundown with the Shakedown as well. Wednesdays, catch us Weekend Wrestling, where I break down everything. Double or Nothing, Battleground, also Saturday Night Main Event over on exclusively on bodyslam.net. Catch us over there with our show. And of course, next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we have 3 Money in the Bank prediction shows. Faces you know, some you don't, talking about everything with those matches, all the other matches aside from the Money in the Bank briefcase matches. So we're excited for it. It's going to be fun. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff going on in Chairshot Media, man. Run in, whether it's Chairshot, whether it's Weekend Wrestling, over with Wednesdays with Jesse or over with Vinny. talking about Sons of Squared Circle. Do the thing, man. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. Do us all a favor for the 100 and something people that are in here. Do me all a favor. If there's anything else you do tonight, if you're afraid of commitment, you kind of want to get like that first date kind of thing going on, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. Let's YouTube know this stuff's awesome. We like it. Put us in the algorithm. It helps me and everybody else in the group. So we appreciate it. But awesome, man. I'm excited. Obviously, like Mike, you know this. It never stops. We get a little bit like a 2-day run, and that's it. We go right back into it. So I'm pumped for it. So
you're not lying because I'm already making plans for SummerSlam. Stay tuned for my X at _BigMike27 for some announcements for SummerSlam predictions as well. So it never stops.
I already told the I was like, I'm gonna bring my laptop, and that when I get home that night, I'm gonna talk to you guys. I'm probably gonna go live. I'm gonna be like, yo, guys, I'm home. Let's go. We're gonna go live that night. We're doing a post show live from New York, baby. Let's go. Awesome. But guys, the fun never stops. That's the thing. It's all fun. The shows are amazing, whether it's myself Thursday nights, whether it's Jesse, whoever it is. We have an amazing time with everyone who joins us. So for Big Mike, I'm John Anthony, guys. Awesome Raw. We will see you guys this Thursday. We'll see you Friday for the SmackDown Shake.